This video will show you 3 reasons that affirmations are not working, and I'm going to share with you powerful practices in order to make it actually work. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some perspectives that have really changed the way that I see affirmations and knowing how can we really make it something that's powerful. Because one of the first things you learn when you learn the law of attraction is you learn the power of affirmations and how you can say these things and how it begins to make you feel different and make you attract what you want. But the key in it is actually knowing that the power is in the influence of the subconscious mind. Understand that the repetition, that whatever we consistently think is having an impression on our subconscious mind, and many times the missing link when it comes to affirmation is that the conscious mind is only controlling about 5 or 10% of our daily life. Most of it is ran by our subconscious mind. So this video really is going to show you 3 ways to optimize the way that you say and use affirmations so that you're able to appeal to the subconscious mind, which runs a majority of our life experience anyways. Now, the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is understanding that one of the reasons a lot of times affirmations don't work is with something called incongruence. Imagine that we are saying an affirmation, we are looking in the mirror when we wake up in the morning, and we're saying that we're abundant, we're saying all of these things about how we have money, but in reality we look around and we don't feel that abundance. Well, what might happen is we say we have abundance, but then we go throughout our day and we continuously remind ourselves that that abundance isn't already here. So the idea is that all because we say one thing, and if we do another, that is incongruent, and that is creating the resistance within it. So what I mean by this is if we say we're abundant, and then we go out to the store, and everything we look at, we're telling ourselves, I can't afford that, I can't get that, what we'd end up doing is creating more of that resistance, and we're actually outweighing it, because a lot of times we'll tell ourselves more often, I can't afford this, than we will the actual 5 minutes that we did affirmations in the morning. So the idea is to align our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions in the direction of feeling abundant. And this might mean that we start to look at abundance in a completely new way. We might say to ourselves, oh, I can't afford that, but many times we still have the money in the bank, we're just making it priorities. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but come with the awareness that there are many things that you can afford, that there are many ways that you can get resources in your life, and that in reality, abundance is the only thing that exists. Now, I know this video isn't specifically about abundance, but this is the biggest epiphany or game changer that I have ever had when it comes to abundance. Realize there is no such thing as lack. There is just an abundance of lack. There's an abundance of whatever we focus on. So this reframes the understanding that there is an abundance everywhere. Even if we're perceiving of lack, there's an abundance of lack because of the focus we have. Abundance is our natural birthright, it's our natural state of being, and it's what naturally comes from our focus. So pay attention to what you're focused on and understand that if you're saying one affirmation in the morning, but you're going throughout your day and you're feeling incongruent because you're reminding yourself that you don't have this, or you're reminding yourself of these things, you must actually map out and align all of these things together so that you have congruence. That will fix it in a very quick way. Now, the second thing we must do in order to make affirmations work, and the second reason affirmations aren't working, is because there is no feeling underneath what we are saying. If we look into the mirror and we say how abundant we are, but we say it with a monotonous type voice, I am abundant, I'm abundant, I'm abundant, it's not actually appealing. It doesn't really stick because there's no passion underneath it. There's nothing that really moves you. Think of the subconscious mind in the way the subconscious mind only speaks in the form of feeling. We logically can say things, but unless we feel it, we won't actually impress the subconscious mind. So the easiest way to go about this is to look into the mirror and to practice your tonality and practice being enthusiastic. If you talk about something that you really are passionate about, you'll realize there's a certain way that you speak. You might talk about something you're not passionate about. It might be monotonous, that's fine. But if there's something you're really passionate about, maybe you like playing video games, maybe you like doing certain things like arts and crafts, whatever it is, as you are speaking about it, realize how you sound, because you'll sound very different when you're talking about those things than you will if you're talking about things you're not interested in. Me, for example, I love making these videos, so you hear the passion in what I'm saying right now. This is very natural for me because this is what I love to do. Now, in the same way, when I'm saying my affirmations in the morning, I make sure that I say it in the same way. I talk about how abundant I feel, how grateful I am for everything that's in my life, for everything that is growing. I have my goals in mind and I speak about it as if it's already happening, and I say it in a passionate type way. This is much more powerful than just the empty words of I am abundant or I am in a great relationship right now. You have to say it and you have to feel it. Now, the third reason that affirmations a lot of times don't work is because we're simply not giving it enough repetition. Everything that we believe to be true has to do with something we have repetitively thought and repetitively gained reference experience is as to why that is true for us. Now, the key to this is in the repetition. If every day you get up and you are looking in the mirror and you're doing it and you are saying your affirmations, but you only do it 2 or 3 days in a row and then you go a week without doing it, the repetition hasn't stuck in yet. Now, also at the same time, this is powerful when it comes to meditation. Most of the benefits that I get from meditation, because I started meditating 5 or 6 years ago, didn't come from the second or third day. It wasn't like then that was the full benefit of everything, although I did get amazing results within the first 2 or 3 days of meditating. That's why I kept doing it. But what happened is after weeks of doing it, after months of doing it, there was something so different about it. It was like just a part of who I am. And that changed everything. So what I encourage you to do is to understand the compound effect of if you do your affirmations every day and you do it for the first week, that is great. But if you do it for 2 or 3 weeks, that is even better. And if you are able to do them every day, it will start to become a part of who you are. You have to understand that there is so much conditioning that we've been a part of. We've been watching television, many of us, for many years growing up. And in those television commercials, in those TV shows that we grew up watching, we saw violence repetitively over and over again. We saw commercials about side effects of drugs that, the things that we might have and symptoms we might have. All of these things are embedded in our subconscious mind because of repetition. What we must do is take the conscious awareness and decide that we're going to become aware of those thoughts, we're going to let go of those old conditioning, and we're going to consciously wire in those thoughts and affirmations that we actually prefer. All right, so remember the 3 reasons that affirmations aren't working is because first off, we say one thing and then we physically do another. What we must do to fix that is realize that we can bring it throughout the rest of our day. We can think, act, and feel in congruence whatever our affirmation is, as long as we decide to do it. That secondly, we must add in the feeling into being able to influence the subconscious mind. We must say things in an enthusiastic type way. What we can do to do this is talk about something we're passionate about and then transfer that emotion and that way of speaking into what we are saying. And then thirdly, repetition, simply deciding this isn't something we're going to do for 2-3 days. It's something we're going to do long term. As we do that, we'll find that then we influence our subconscious mind in a very powerful way, and we are actually able to be who we prefer to be. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification gear next to the subscribe button so that you're able to see the daily videos that I do. And I put a free PDF inside the description box on the top 3 advanced law of attraction techniques that have changed my life. Feel free to hit that link if you want to receive that. So other than that, peace, much love, namaste.